Hey and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News show. Let's begin with our daily news. Erik Tanhaag says Casimiro was back to his best against Aston Villa. Manchester United manager Erik Tanhaag has said that Casemiro was back to his best during the club's 1-0 Premier League win over Aston Villa at Old Trafford. The Brazil international has struggled for form and consistency since his return from suspension, but he was hugely impressive in the victory over Unai Emery's side. The 30-year-old had 76 touches against the Villains, completing 88% of his passes. The midfield enforcer also won an impressive 7 duels, alongside 4 tackles and 2 interceptions. He was clearly back to his best against the West Midlands outfit, and Ten Hag was delighted to see the Brazilian performing to his full potential on Sunday. He told ManUnited.com, "I think that in every season, you see no one is always playing brilliantly and playing at such a high level, and maybe some games, also by suspension, the rhythm is broken and then you have to get back. But today, this was the Casimir we have seen almost all season, and he brings so much in organization and composure and determination. His leadership is then so important for us because others go with him. He is an example." Casimiro was recently suspended for 4 domestic games after his second red card of the league season. On his return, he looked hesitant to engage in challenges and won just one ground duel at Tottenham Hotspur. However, he played with more determination in yesterday's victory. The former Real Madrid man controlled the proceedings from the center of the park and was unlucky to hit the woodwork with his effort on goal. United visit Brighton and Hove Albion for their next league game. The Red Devils face a potentially tricky challenge, and Casemiro will have a huge role to play in midfield against the likes of Moses Caicedo and Alexis McAllister. If the Red Devils beat Brighton in midweek, they will need a maximum of 6 points from their remaining 5 league matches to secure their place in next season's Champions League group stage. Bruno Fernandes gives a brilliant explanation of his ice-cold goal celebration against Aston Villa. Manchester United star Bruno Fernandes has explained his celebration after netting the match winner against Aston Villa at Old Trafford on Sunday afternoon. The Portuguese Magnifico received a lot of stick from the travelling supporters throughout the game, but responded in style after scoring the goal. He ran right in front of the away fans and gave them a nice cold star that was as deadly as his goal. While speaking to MUTV after the match, he took another shot at the traveling faithful. He said, "Obviously, they probably don't like to play against me, but it is what it is. It is football. I am okay with that. They can enjoy the game in the way they want. I would prefer them to come and support their players instead to be focused on me. But if they think it's better we focus on me than their players, it's okay. I don't mind at all." Fernandes' superb explanation of his goal celebration shows he loves to be targeted by opponent. He received feisty reception from the traveling supporters, but made sure to return it to them in style. The midfielder had the last laugh as his strike gave United the precious 3 points. He is undoubtedly United's most influential player since his move to Old Trafford from Sporting Lisbon in 2020. When he is unavailable, the Red Devils lack energy on the pitch and look downbeat. Erik Ten Hag lauded Fernandes' commitment and desire to play for his side, even when he is not fully fit. United skipper Harry Maguire has barely started games this season, allowing Fernandes to wear the captain armband for most of the campaign. The midfielder leads the team on and off the pitch and deserves to be the full-time club captain next season. Unlike Maguire, he has earned that tag. Victor Lindelof delivers terrific defensive display in Man United's win over Aston Villa. Manchester United defender Victor Lindelof produced a terrific defensive display during the club's 1-0 Premier League win over Aston Villa yesterday. The Red Devils were vastly the superior attacking side in the opening half, and they got their reward before the break with Bruno Fernandes finding the net that turned out to be the match winner. The Villains tried their best to get back into the game, but United were resolute in defense during the closing stages. Lindelof had another top performance at the heart of the backline. The Swede had 72 touches and completed a stunning 97% of his passes. He has also managed 7 ball recoveries with 4 clearances. The 28-year-old produced a goal line clearance too, but Watkins was offside in the lead up. Nonetheless, it was another fantastic showing from the Sweden international, who has stepped up in the injury absence of Rafael Varane and Lisandro Martinez. Lindelof hardly started games over the past few months, but he has now put himself in a strong position to start every match until the end of the campaign. There has been a lot of speculation regarding his future, but in our opinion, the Swede still has plenty to offer for United for the next couple of seasons at least. The Red Devils are already planning to extend his contract until the summer of 2025 on the back of his impressive run of performances over the past few weeks. Diogo Dalo hails machine Manchester United teammate. Manchester United star Diogo Dalo hailed Marcel Sabitzer as a machine after the Austrian's contribution to the win over Aston Villa. Marcel Sabitzer was not used at all in Manchester United 2-2 draw at Tottenham days earlier. Manager Erik Tanhaag recalled the midfielder to his starting lineup for the home game against Aston Villa on Sunday. Sabitzer delivered a solid performance, creating 2 chances in the win, with Bruno Fernandes scoring the winner. Marcel Sabitzer has made a good impression since joining Manchester United on loan from Bayern München in January. It's unclear whether United will pursue Sabitzer as a permanent signing in the summer, but one way or another, it's clear the loanee has the respect of his teammates. Defender Diogo Dalo responded to Sabitzer's message on Instagram after the game and labeled his teammate a machine. Sabitzer was tireless with his work ethic out of possession, making 10 ball recoveries for his side and also winning 2 free kicks. The 29-year-old is playing a useful and effective role right now for Erik Tanhaag's side, and as he has shown before, he is capable of chipping in with goals. Dalo, who returned to right back for this game with Aaron Wan-Bissaka rested, had a message for supporters. He wrote on Instagram, "Important win at our fortress. Thank you, Old Trafford." Alejandro Garnacho announces he is going to become a dad days after Manchester United contract extension. Manchester United youngster Alejandro Garnacho has announced more life-changing news. Days after announcing a new contract extension with Manchester United, Alejandro Garnacho has more news to share. The Argentine international has announced via Instagram that his girlfriend, Eva Garcia, is pregnant and he is going to become a dad. Garnacho shared the news with his 5.5 million followers and received congratulations from his Manchester United teammates. Garnacho revealed the news on social media with a message which read, "We cannot explain what it feels like to be able to fulfill our biggest dream together. We are counting the days to meet you, Dad and Mom. We already love you so much, Enzo." He received congratulatory messages from Manchester United teammates including Harry Maguire, Marcel Sabitzer and Kobe Mainoo. Just days earlier, Garnacho had put pen to paper on a new contract, tying his future at Manchester United to 2028. His personal news may have had something to do with his contract finally going through. "I need to have extra stability and a wage increase to go along with his incoming new responsibility." Garnacho is back in Manchester United training after an ankle ligament injury, which has kept him out of action since early April. The 18-year-old has broken into the United first team this season, and it will be fantastic to have him back in action during the final weeks of the season. Dean Henderson ruled out for the rest of the season after suffering another injury setback. Manchester United goalkeeper Dean Henderson has been ruled out for the remainder of the season. Henderson is on loan at Nottingham Forest and suffered a thigh injury in mid-January against Leicester City. According to The Telegraph, the England goalkeeper has sustained another setback and will miss the final 4 matches of the season. It's a massive blow for Forest, who are trying to safeguard their Premier League status for next term. David De Gea has done enough to impress Erik Tanhaag to secure a contract extension, albeit on reduced terms. He will likely stay at Old Trafford and continue as the first choice goalkeeper. Henderson does not want to settle for a second fiddle role. However, his performances at Forest have not shown enough promise to challenge De Gea for the number one spot. He is valued at 22 million euros, but United could get more considering he is still 26 years old. Tanhaag wants United to sign a goalkeeper who is more comfortable with the ball at his feet, but the club must prioritize other areas of the squad in this transfer window. United are hunting for an established striker and a midfielder. If Harry Maguire or Victor Lindelof decide to leave, they will need a central defender. This would push the need to sign a shot stopper down the pecking order. United must sell players to avoid breaching financial fair play regulations. The Premier League giants should cash in on Henderson and use the funds to improve the rest of the squad. Mason Greenwood latest stance on his Manchester United future. Mason Greenwood has reportedly given up on a future at Manchester United, according to reports. Mason Greenwood is officially suspended by Manchester United pending an internal investigation. Charges against Greenwood were dropped by the Crown Prosecution Service at the start of 2023. The club then launched their own investigation into the matter, which will not be concluded before the end of the current season. The Sun report Mason Greenwood is very frustrated not to have the chance to play football currently. He last played a game for Manchester United in January 2021 before his arrest. Now, according to The Sun, Greenwood believes he will never play for Manchester United again. He is said to be determined to resume his career, but believes his most likely option to do so is to move abroad. The Mail reported in March that extensive talks have been held between Greenwood and Manchester United officials. Currently, the situation is no closer to resolution. The paper claimed United were grappling with a difficult ethical, human, commercial, and financial dilemma. The Telegraph reported in February that Turkish clubs had made loan inquiries for Greenwood, which were rejected by United. Off the pitch, The Sun reported in February that Greenwood is set to become a father for the first time. Ashley Young sends message to Manchester United supporters. Aston Villa ace Ashley Young has thanked Manchester United fans after the reception he received on Sunday. Young was in the Aston Villa starting lineup, which lost 1-0 to Manchester United at Old Trafford. The 37-year-old was making his 26th Premier League appearance of the season for the Villains. Manchester United won the game thanks to a first-half winner from midfield ace Bruno Fernandes, who signed for the Red Devils in the same transfer window. Young left Old Trafford. Ashley Young played 64 minutes for Villa and was applauded by Manchester United fans as he was substituted. Young formerly captained United and played 261 times for the Red Devils, scoring 19 goals. He wrote on Instagram, "Not the result we wanted, but fought until the end to get something out of the game. Always special going back to Old Trafford. Very thankful for the reception from the fans." Young left Manchester United in January 2020 to sign with Inter Milan, where he went on to help them win Serie A. The former England international had previously helped Manchester United win the Premier League title in the 2012-2013 season, signing for the club in 2011 under Sir Alex Ferguson. Man United interested in signing Leicester City midfielder James Madison. Manchester United could compete with Newcastle United and Tottenham Hotspur to sign Leicester City midfielder James Madison this summer. The Telegraph report, the 26-year-old has been a key player for the Foxes from the attacking midfield role this season. He has contributed 9 goals and 7 assists from 25 league appearances. It's now reported that the Foxes are expected to part ways with the England international, regardless of their league status at the end of the campaign. Madison is set to enter the final year of his deal in July, and it's claimed that the Foxes will demand between 45 to 60 million pounds for his services. United are one of the clubs interested in landing his signature. Newcastle and Spurs are also mentioned as contenders to sign the former Norwich City ace. Bruno Fernandes has been an undisputed starter for United from the number 10 role. He has had another brilliant campaign under manager Erik Tanhaag. Since the World Cup, the Portuguese has been consistent with his goal contributions, and he is unlikely to be displaced from the starting lineup anytime soon. Despite this, United could bring in Madison. The Englishman is primarily an attacking midfielder, but has also played from the number 8 position in the past. In our view, Fernandes could play in a deeper midfield role where he has impressed lately. This would allow Madison to start in his preferred number 10 spot. At the price mentioned, Madison would be a bargain signing for United in today's transfer market. He is just in the prime of his playing career and would add more creativity from midfield. Madison would require no time to adapt with his vast league experience. I will be uploading daily Manchester United news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.